Did you know? The very last digit of your birth year might reveal a secret that could completely shatter and reshape your perception of life. Buddhist philosophy holds a startling truth that few ever grasp. Numbers are not merely cold symbols used for counting. In the eyes of ancient wisdom, they are considered vessels of spiritual energy. From 0 to 9, each number possesses a specific vibration, a unique cosmic frequency. At the exact moment you were born, this number became an energetic mark branded upon your soul. Like an invisible hand, it silently shapes the very foundation of your personality. It foretells the trajectory of your destiny, and it even dictates the specific trials and challenges you must face in this lifetime. Why did you struggle so hard in your youth? Why do certain blessings only come to you now, in your later years? The answer may have been written in that last digit all along. Today we will deeply decode the karmic secrets behind these 10 numbers. But this is not just for you. I suggest you keep the birth years of your spouse, your children, and even your closest friends in mind right now. Listen on their behalf. Discover the secrets of destiny that belong to them. What energy marks do they carry? This might explain all the karma and connections between you. Please share the wisdom you learned today with them, or simply forward this video to them. It may be the most precious spiritual gift you can give them. Now, take a deep breath and prepare to accept a truth that might change the destiny of your entire family. Now let us formally begin our interpretation. Our journey starts with the source of everything, the number 0. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 0, such as 1940, 1950, 1960, or 1970, or if someone closest to you was born in one of these years, please listen to this section carefully. In Buddhist philosophy and the ancient laws of the universe, 0 is an extremely special symbol. It represents not only nothingness, but also wholeness and the endless cycle of return. For those who carry this energetic mark, your life is destined to be confined by this circle, but also ultimately blessed by it. Think back on your life. Do you often feel that your personality is full of contradictions? In the eyes of others, you appear just like the shape of the number 0, round, gentle, and easy to talk to. But only you know that beneath this smooth exterior, your heart holds extremely strong principles. Once you set your mind on something, nothing can hold you back. It is precisely this energy structure of the number 0, round on the outside, but square on the inside, that caused you to swallow your pride and suffer in silence when you were young. Yet it was this very resilience that allowed you to survive the hardest days. Your life path seems inseparable from movement and change. This is because 0 represents a wheel, symbolizing motion. Reflect on this. Did you leave your birthplace at a very young age, or did you travel and rush about frequently in your youth, visiting many different cities? Your life seems to be constantly on the road, and it has been hard for you to stay settled in one place for a lifetime. For others, such instability is torture, but for you who carry the number 0, this has forged a survival instinct as tenacious as wild grass. No matter what strange environment you are thrown into, you adapt faster than anyone else. This is the power of inclusivity, granted to you by the emptiness of 0. Let us talk about your intuition. Buddhism speaks of existence arising from emptiness. Because your number is 0, representing a spiritual state of an empty cup, you often have a naturally strong sixth sense. Do you often have this feeling that when you go to a strange place, it feels familiar? Or the first time you meet a stranger, you inexplicably like or dislike them instantly? And facts often prove that your intuition is terrifyingly accurate. Regarding career and money, you may not be the best at saving money. Because the form of 0 is hollow in the middle, it implies that money flows in and flows out, making it hard to retain. You are too soft-hearted towards those in need. You lend money out but feel too embarrassed to ask for it back. In your life, it seems there are always inexplicable events requiring you to spend. You may have experienced great highs and lows in your career, or even a complete restart around the age of 30 or 40. At that time, you might have felt the sky was falling, but looking back now, it was precisely that resetting to 0 that made you who you are today. There is another point that must be mentioned, and that is your sleep. Because 0 is a closed loop, it implies endless repetition without cessation. This leads to your tendency to overthink. At night, your brain refuses to stop, replaying the day's events like a movie. You may have long-term sleep issues, or tend to wake up in the early hours of the morning. This is actually because your energy field is spinning within this closed loop. You care too much about others' opinions, and habitually reflect on yourself. In the family, you are a typical giver, but your sacrifices are often misunderstood. This is again due to the nature of 0. You seek perfection and wholeness. You have a sharp tongue, but a soft heart. You mean well for your children, wanting to save them from detours, but your words come out as nagging or criticism. The result is that you work hard but get no appreciation. Therefore, for friends with the number 0, as you step into your later years, Buddhist culture offers you very specific advice. First, cultivate the pure speech of 0, guard your mouth, do not say what shouldn't be said, and interfere less in your children's affairs. Your authority will actually increase. Second, guard the wholeness of 0. Do not financially support others just because of a momentary soft heart. Keep enough savings for your own old age to plug the hole of financial leakage. Third, use the spiritual gift of 0. Get in touch with nature more, or learn meditation to let your heart return to the void. This will nourish your body better than any supplement. You have been running in the wind and rain for too long in this life. For the days remaining, please learn to be a happy elder who knows how to reset to 0. Take your focus off others and love yourself well. Now our journey of exploration moves forward. We arrive at the beginning of all numbers, the powerful number 1. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 1, such as 1941, 1961, or 1971, or if the pillar of your family was born in one of these years, please listen to this section with your heart. In Eastern fate philosophy and Buddhist wisdom, 1 represents the Taiji, a force of pure yang energy. It symbolizes independence, will, and absolute creative power. For those who carry this energetic mark, you are the spine of the family, the kind of person who can hold up the sky even if it falls. Looking back on this long life, do you feel incredibly tired, yet find this tiredness impossible to share with others? Because in everyone else's eyes, you are invincible. In your youth, you had a pride in your bones that refused to submit to others. Among your siblings, you were likely the first to take charge. Even if you weren't the eldest, everyone listened to you. At work, you were the one who dared to make decisions, the first to charge forward when difficulties arose. In this life, you rarely asked for help. You built your legacy entirely with your own 2 hands. You are used to being relied upon, used to being the one who makes the final call. However, my dear friend, just as a coin has 2 sides, the powerful energy of number 1 also hides the greatest pain of your later years. This pain is called the loneliness of the strong. Because you are so accustomed to being strong, you may have never learned how to show weakness in your entire life. Even now in your 60s or 70s, if your body aches, you grit your teeth and endure it, fearing you might become a burden to your children, and even more, fearing the loss of your dignity as a strong person. If you feel aggrieved, you digest it alone. Late at night, you might feel helpless, but when the sun rises the next day, you put that hard armor back on. In family relationships, this is where you are most easily hurt. You have clearly poured your heart and soul into this home, but your spouse and children may not appreciate it, perhaps even feeling you are too domineering or stubborn. Your children feel more awe towards you than intimacy. When they have things on their minds, they might talk to others, but they dare not speak to you. You feel you are doing everything for their own good, arranging everything for them, but you receive rebellion and distance in return. This is actually because the energy of number 1 is a straight line. It is too straight, so it hurts people easily, lacking that curved tenderness. Regarding physical health, number 1 corresponds to the head and the cardiovascular system. Because you are always keeping a string taut, always ready to fight, your body has been in a high-pressure state for a long time. Reflect on this. Do you often feel stiffness in your neck or suffer from high blood pressure? This is actually your body reminding you that you are too rigid, and what is too rigid breaks easily. Therefore, for friends with the number 1, as you step into your later years, the advice from Buddhist wisdom is crucial, which is to cultivate softness. You must understand that true strength is not standing on the mountain peak forever, but being able to bend and stretch. First, learn to step back to the second line at home. You have steered the ship for a lifetime. Now it is time to hand the wheel to your children. Even if they drive a bit crookedly, as long as the car doesn't crash, just pretend not to see. Changing from a commander to an advisor will make your later life much easier. Second, learn to say the sentence you may have never said in your life, which is, "I need you." Find a suitable moment, hold your partner's hand, or call your child and tell them you are getting old. You can't do some things anymore, and you need their help. This is not shameful. This is a different form of wisdom. When you reveal your vulnerability, you will find that love flows toward you like water, filling the loneliness in your heart. Third, on the physical level, I suggest you do more stretching exercises or practice Tai Chi. Tai Chi focuses on overcoming hardness with softness, which is exactly the energy you need most right now. Try to slow down your steps, slow down your speech. When your body softens, your heart will follow, and those family conflicts will naturally dissolve. Now let us continue this dialogue of the soul. We now walk into the most gentle and profound number 2. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 2, such as 1942, 1952, 1962, or 1972, or if that person around you who always gives silently was born in one of these years, please make sure to listen to this section until the end. Because hidden within this number are too many tears and grievances. In ancient I Ching philosophy and Buddhist wisdom, if 1 represents the heaven, then 2 represents the earth. It symbolizes the ultimate yin, inclusivity, and bearing of burdens. The energy of number 2 is just like water, benefiting all things without contending for itself. Looking back on your life, do you often feel that your heart is too soft? You were born with a compassionate heart and cannot bear to see others suffer. In your youth, you were likely the most obedient and sensible child in the family. You rarely fought for anything for yourself. Whether it was good food or nice clothes, you always yielded to your parents or saved them for your younger siblings. You are exceptionally good at reading people's expressions. If someone frowns even slightly, you know it is time to shut up or go help. You hate conflict. As long as surface peace can be maintained, you would rather suffer a loss yourself and swallow the grievance into your stomach. This water-like personality has given you great popularity. Everyone thinks you have a good temper and are easygoing, but only you know that behind this good temper lies the suppression of your own emotions countless times. This brings us to the greatest hidden pain for number 2 in later years. This pain is called invisible internal injury. Because 2 represents pairs, it means you extremely crave companionship and reliance. You are very afraid of loneliness, so you often try to gain a sense of security by pleasing others. Reflect on this. In the family, are you always the buffer zone? If your spouse has a violent temper, you endure it. If your children are unhappy at work and come home to vent, you take it. You are like a sponge, silently absorbing all the bad moods in the house. You always worry about whether this one is fed or that one is warm, but you forget to feel sorry for yourself. Regarding physical health, number 2 corresponds to the digestive system, especially the spleen and stomach. In Chinese medicine, overthinking hurts the spleen. Because you hold too many things in your heart, thinking too much but unable to speak them out. These stagnant energies clog your stomach. Reflect on this. Do you often feel bloating, poor digestion, or a sense of heaviness and dampness in your body? This is actually your body protesting on your behalf. It is telling you that you have stored too much of other people's garbage, and it is time to dump it out. Furthermore, people with the number 2 often shed more tears. These tears do not necessarily flow down the face. More often, they flow in the heart. Late at night, you often recall the sacrifices you made for your family in this life, feeling it was not worth it, feeling that no one truly understands your bitterness. But the next morning, you act as if nothing happened, and continue to busy yourself for everyone. Therefore, for friends with the number 2, as you step into your later years, the advice from ancient wisdom consists of only 3 words: love yourself. This is easy for others, but for you, it is the hardest spiritual practice of this life. First, learn to refuse. You must understand that true kindness is not without boundaries. Next time when your children make excessive demands, leaving you exhausted from babysitting, please bravely say, "I am tired. I do not want to do it." When you learn to refuse, you will not lose their love. Instead, you will win their respect. Second, learn to drain the water from your heart. Do not be a person who bottles everything up anymore. If you have a grievance, find a trusted friend to talk to, or even write it on paper and burn it. You must let that pool of stagnant water flow. I suggest you get in touch with the soil, such as planting flowers on your balcony. The earth element represents healing, and the fragrance of the soil can cure your anxiety to the greatest extent. Third, in the details of life, be better to yourself. In this life, you have bought good clothes for your spouse and houses for your children. Now please set aside a sum of money specifically to spend on yourself. Buy that beautiful outfit you couldn't bear to buy when you were young, or go to that place you have wanted to visit for a long time. You must remember, you are not just someone's parent or someone's partner, you are first and foremost yourself. Only when you begin to cherish yourself will the lessons of this life be truly complete. Now our journey of exploring destiny moves forward. We welcome the most active and spiritually charged number 3. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 3, such as 1943, 1953, 1963, or 1973, or if the person in your family who worries the most and speaks the fastest was born in one of these years, please make sure they listen to this section until the end. This may concern their blessings in old age. In Buddhist philosophy and ancient Eastern wisdom, 3 is an extremely sacred number. It represents the triad of heaven, earth, and humanity, and corresponds to fire and the 5 elements. For those who carry this energetic mark, you were born to be a burning flame. Wherever you go, you bring light. Looking back on your life, do you feel your greatest characteristic is that your mind spins fast and your mouth speaks fast? In your youth, you were definitely not the quiet type. You were smart and eager to learn, interested in all new things, and picked up skills very quickly. At work, you were likely the most articulate and quick-witted person, perhaps even the artistic soul of the group. Your life experiences are incredibly rich. You may have worked in many industries and visited many places. Your talent is recognized, but deep down you often feel a sense of unfulfilled potential. You often feel that with your abilities you should have achieved more than you have, but destiny always seemed to lack that final spark. However, my dear friend, the energy of number 3 is a double-edged sword. While fire brings light, it can also burn people. This leads to the biggest pain point in your personality and the place where you have suffered the most in this life, which is being too blunt. Reflect on this. How many times in your life have you offended people because of your mouth? You clearly have a heart of tofu, meaning well for others, but your words come out like knives. Especially at home when you see your children doing something wrong, you cannot help but speak up, and your words are often harsh, firing like a machine gun. You feel you are doing it out of love, but to your children it sounds like accusation and nagging. Afterward, you actually regret it, feeling you shouldn't have been so impulsive. But next time, you still can't control it. Regarding body and emotions, number 3 corresponds to the heart and the respiratory system. Because your energy scatters outward, it is hard for you to settle down. Your emotions fluctuate greatly, you are prone to anxiety and impatience. A casual remark from someone else might keep you thinking for days, turning it over and over in your mind. This long-term mental exhaustion means that in your later years, you often feel tightness in your chest, shortness of breath, or suffer from poor sleep quality with constant dreaming. In family relationships, you are often the one who gives the most, but also complains the most. You worry yourself sick for your children, wishing you could spoon-feed them, but they do not appreciate it. They may even find you annoying and try to avoid you. This mismatch of effort and reward makes you feel incredibly aggrieved. Therefore, for friends with the number 3, as you step into your later years, the advice from ancient Buddhist wisdom is very specific. Cultivate speech and nourish the spirit. First, learn the art of keeping your mouth shut. Just like the triangular shape of 3, if it is not steady, it will topple. Pull back that desire to educate others. Children have their own blessings. If you see something you don't like, don't say it. Swallow the criticism. You must believe that for every sentence you hold back, the family's blessings increase by 1 point. When you stop nagging, you will find that your children are actually willing to come back and listen to you. Second, gather the energy that scatters outward back in. Stop fixing your attention on other people's faults. I suggest you do things that calm the mind, such as practicing calligraphy, painting, or simply closing your eyes and resting, because your element is fire. The biggest taboo in old age is having too much internal heat. Third, regarding health, pay special attention to nourishing the heart. Avoid great joy or great sorrow. When things happen, take a deep breath for 3 seconds before reacting. In this life, you have burned like a candle to illuminate others. For the days remaining, please learn to gather that light inward to warm yourself. Now, let us walk into the next number. A number often misunderstood by the world but actually carrying immense energy, the number 4. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 4, such as 1944, 1954, 1964, or 1974, or if the pillar of your family was born in one of these years, please make sure they listen to this. Hidden within this number is the most solid reliance of a family, but also the deepest exhaustion. In Buddhist philosophy and the ancient laws of the universe, 4 does not represent bad luck at all. On the contrary, it symbolizes the 4 directions of the earth, representing a stable structure. For those who carry this energetic mark, your destiny is like the earth itself, heavy and bearing all things. Looking back on your life, if one phrase could describe it, it would be bitterness ends and sweetness begins. Reflect on this. Did you bear more responsibilities than your peers from a very young age? Perhaps because you were the eldest child, or because your family was poor. You became sensible very early. In this life, you rarely stumbled upon sudden wealth or relied on luck. Every penny you own, every piece of property was built by you, step by step, forged with your own sweat. You were like the old ox silently plowing the field, only knowing how to lower your head and work, never raising your head to ask for credit. However, precisely because 4 is a closed square, this constitutes the greatest limitation of your personality and the source of your pain in old age, which is stubbornness and suppression. You drew a circle around yourself and trapped yourself in a cage of responsibility. You follow the rules too much. You are too strong-willed. When facing massive difficulties, you are used to carrying the burden alone. Even if you shatter your teeth, you swallow them, never easily bowing your head to ask for help. You believe it is better to rely on yourself than others. This character earned you respect from outsiders, but it also made your life extremely heavy. Subconsciously, you feel that only constant work brings security. Once you stop to rest, you feel flustered and uncomfortable all over. In family relationships, you are the safety net. Major and minor family matters, financial pressures, all eventually fall on your head. You are extremely responsible for your family, but you may lack some warmth. Your children may feel you are too serious, too old-fashioned, or even a bit unfeeling, like a hard, cold stone. Actually, only you know that it is not that you don't love them, it is that you are too tired. You have used all your strength to hold up this home, leaving no extra energy to express tenderness. Regarding physical health, number 4 corresponds to bones and joints. Because your energy is solidified and hard, Reflect on this. Do you often feel back pain, stiff joints, or neck problems? This is actually your body speaking for you. It is telling you that you have kept yourself too tight and you need to loosen up. Therefore, for friends with the number 4, as you step into your later years, the advice from ancient wisdom is very direct. Dismantle the wall in your heart. First, learn to show weakness. This is the hardest lesson of your life. Stop being the invincible warrior, occasionally acting spoiled in front of your spouse, crying out that you are tired in front of your children, or saying "I can't do it anymore" is not shameful. Only when you put down the burden can your children have the chance to grow and take over the load from your shoulders. Second, break the inertia of life. Because 4 is a square, it is easy to stick to old ways. I suggest that in your later years, you must go out more, travel, see the outside world, and break that closed space. Even if it is square dancing or learning an instrument, as long as it makes you move and laugh, try it. Third, regarding health, focus on maintaining your muscles and bones. Use hot compresses more, get more sun, and drive away the cold and stiffness in your body. You have worked hard for half a lifetime, bearing everything like the earth. For the days remaining, please walk out of the cage of responsibility, live for yourself once, and be a relaxed and free person. Now our journey is halfway through, and we arrive at the number right in the center, the freedom-loving number 5. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 5, such as 1945, 1955, 1965, or 1975, or if that person around you who can never sit still was born in one of these years, please make sure they listen to this section. This concerns whether they can hold on to their blessings in old age. In ancient numerology and the 5 elements theory, 5 is an extraordinary number. It sits in the very center of 1 to 9, representing the supreme pole and symbolizing the wind from all directions. For those who carry this energetic mark, you were born to be a bird that cannot be caged. The background color of your soul is freedom. Reflect on your life. Do you hate being bound and controlled more than anything? In your youth, you might have been more rebellious than anyone. Full of your own ideas, you cannot stand a changeless life. Deep in your heart, there is always a restlessness, a desire to go far away, to shake things up. You may have changed many jobs, had several complex relationships, or insisted on starting a business or taking risks at an age when others thought you should settle down. You are usually popular because you are generous and loyal, carrying a spirit of brotherhood, with friends all over the world. However, my dear friend, this wind-like characteristic of number 5 also brings the greatest hidden danger to your life, which is instability and turbulence. You are like the legendary bird without feet, flying all your life, yet always feeling you cannot find a harbor to truly dock. Although you know many people, in your later years you may suddenly find that there are very few people who can truly stay by your side and listen to your heart. Your heart is too wild, so wild that sometimes you don't even know where to go. This sense of drifting turns into a deep emptiness in the silence of the night. Regarding money and family, this is also where you need to be most vigilant. People with the number 5 often have loose hands with money. You have no concept of money, spending lavishly, and it is hard for you to save. You may have made big money in this life, but lost a lot due to bad investments or lending to friends. Your spouse may often complain that you don't care about the home, that your mind is absent. This is actually not your fault. It is the energy of number 5 pushing you outward, making it hard for you to focus on daily trivialities for long. Regarding the body, 5 represents the balance of the internal organs. But because you love to toss about and enjoy life, you may have habits of overeating or irregular sleep. This makes your body prone to high blood pressure, high blood sugar, or metabolic problems. Therefore, for friends with the number 5, as you step into your later years, the advice from Buddhist wisdom consists of only 2 words: grounding. Although the wind is free, without roots it is ultimately just wandering. You must learn to bring that flying heart back and land it on the ground. First, cultivate stability. Stop looking for stimulation outside. Stop thinking about where to travel or where to get rich. Try to enjoy the seemingly boring family life. Patiently eat a meal with your spouse. Play a game with your grandchild. You must understand that true freedom is not about how far you go, but that wherever you are, your heart can be at peace. Second, you must guard your savings. Because 5 represents dispersion, your wealth flows away easily in old age. Do not easily believe in others' investment advice, and do not pay the bill just for the sake of face. Hold your retirement money tightly in your own hands. This is the guarantee of your dignity in later years. Third, regarding health, learn to subtract. Eat a little less, drink a little less, socialize a little less. Get in touch with the soil more. Like gardening or farming, earth generates gold and also calms the wind. When your feet step on the soil, that heart of yours, which has been suspended for a lifetime, will truly feel secure. Now, let us continue this cleansing of the soul. We walk into the number 6, representing great love and responsibility. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 6, such as 1946, 1956, 1976, or if that person in your family who is always busy and never stops was born in one of these years, please make sure to listen to this section, because hidden within this number is too much sweat and deep affection that is often misunderstood. In ancient faith philosophy and Buddhist wisdom, 6 is a number symbolizing nurturing and devotion. It corresponds to earth and the 5 elements, representing great virtue that carries all things. For those who carry this energetic mark, you were born to repay debts. Debts to your children, debts to your family. You are the most tired yet the greatest group of people in this world. Looking back on your life, do you feel like a candle, burning yourself to illuminate the whole family? It seems you have never lived a single day for yourself. In your youth, you shared your parents' worries. After marriage, you managed everything for your partner. Once you had children, you poured your heart out to them. You are like the anchor of the family. From buying a house to daily groceries, and even how your children live after they get married, you worry about it all. You are also a perfectionist, demanding highly of yourself, always hoping to do everything perfectly, not wanting to disappoint anyone. However, my dear friend, this extreme devotion of number 6 is often accompanied by a fatal trap, which is excessive desire for control and a deep sense of grievance. Reflect on this. Do you often feel that although you have given everything to the family and are exhausted every day, your children and spouse do not seem to appreciate it? Sometimes they even complain that you interfere too much or nag too much. This makes you feel incredibly chilled and aggrieved. Actually, this is not because they are unfilial, but because your love is too heavy, so heavy that they cannot breathe. You are used to doing everything for them. You are used to arranging their lives in the name of love. Subconsciously, you feel that only what you do is right, and if you don't intervene, the sky will fall. Regarding physical health, number 6 corresponds to the shoulders, neck, and heart. Because the responsibilities you have carried in this life are too heavy, your shoulders have never truly relaxed. You habitually carry all problems on your own back. This long-term pressure makes your heart overwhelmed. Do you often feel tightness in your chest, or are your shoulders as stiff as stones? This is actually your body sending a distress signal, begging you to put the burden down. Therefore, for friends with the number 6, as you step into your later years, the advice from Buddhist wisdom is very profound. Learn to let go. This may be the hardest hurdle for you to cross in this life, but you must cross it. First, stop being the nanny and savior of the family. Children and grandchildren have their own blessings. They have their own life lessons to experience. Even if they stumble, it is a necessary path for their growth. If you don't let go, they will never grow up. Try to take your eyes off your children and stop staring at their every move. Second, learn to allocate some love to yourself. In this life, you never hesitated to buy things for others, but you always calculated carefully when spending on yourself. Starting today, make a change. Buy something you like. Eat something you crave. You must understand that only a happy elder who knows how to love themselves is the greatest blessing for a family. When you start loving yourself, you will find that the atmosphere at home improves and your children are more willing to get close to you. Third, regarding health. Do more exercises that open the shoulders and expand the chest. Expel the stifling energy trapped in your chest. Get in touch with nature more. Look at flowers and plants and open up your heart. You have worked hard all your life. You have done right by your parents and your children. The only person you have let down is yourself. For the days remaining, please make it up to that self you have ignored for half a lifetime. Now our journey goes deeper as we touch upon the most mysterious and philosophical number 7. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 7, such as 1947, 1957, 1967, or 1977, or if that person around you who always likes solitude and seems a bit hard to read was born in one of these years, please make sure they listen to this section, because hidden within this number is a noble kind of loneliness. In ancient religions and mysticism, 7 is a holy number. It is the guidance of the Big Dipper's 7 stars and the energy of the body's 7 chakras. For those who carry this energetic mark, the background color of your soul is cool and clear. You are born seekers of truth. Looking back on your life, have you felt since childhood that you didn't quite fit in with the people around you? When other children were playing wildly, you might have liked to hide in a corner to read, or think about strange questions, like why people live or where we go after death. In this life, your pursuit of the spiritual world has been far greater than your desire for material things. You may possess a very specialized skill or have delved deep into a certain field because you are focused and can endure loneliness. You have eyes like X-rays, extremely sharp and intelligent. No lie can hide before you. What you hate most is hypocrisy and polite formalities, so your social circle is usually small, but those who remain are true friends. However, my dear friend, this excessive clarity of number 7 also constitutes the greatest pain of your life, which is spiritual fastidiousness and over-analyzing. You live too explicitly tired because you think too much. You habitually analyze everything and everyone's motives. This excessive rationality makes it hard for you to be truly happy. You have too high standards for the world and for others. You cannot tolerate even a grain of sand in your eye. Once you find someone has deceived you or failed to meet your moral standards, you cut off the relationship without hesitation, never looking back. This decisiveness makes you appear somewhat unsociable or even a bit arrogant in the crowd. In family relationships, you may be the most easily misunderstood person. Your spouse and children often feel you are cold and hard to get close to. Actually, only you know that you are not cold. You are just slow to warm up, and you don't know how to express that deep love. You are used to proving it with actions rather than sweet words. You need a lot of personal space. If the house is too noisy, or if someone is constantly clinging to you, you feel suffocated and irritable. You often hide in your study, or go out for a walk alone. This is not because you dislike your family, but because you need solitude to recharge your soul. Regarding physical health, number 7 corresponds to the nervous system and the head. Because your brain never stops for a moment, you are more prone to neurasthenia, migraines, or insomnia than others. Your excessive thinking consumes a lot of energy and blood, leading to a situation where, although you look spirited, your physical constitution may be weak. Therefore, for friends with the number 7, as you step into your later years, the advice from Buddhist wisdom is, it is rare to be confused. This is the highest level of spiritual practice for your life. First, learn to stop analyzing. The world is inherently imperfect. Water that is too clear has no fish. Try to accept those vulgar people and things. Try to tolerate the small faults of your family. Stop living life through a microscope. Close one eye and open the other, and your later life will be much happier. Second, actively step down from the altar and get grounded. Do not always live in your own spiritual world. I suggest you go to the vegetable market more often, chat with neighbors about trivial family matters. Although you may find these boring, it is precisely this smoke and fire of daily life that can heal your loneliness and bring your soul back to the ground. Third, regarding health, you must learn to empty your brain. Spend 20 minutes every day thinking of nothing, just spacing out or meditating. Clear out those thoughts entangled in your mind. You must understand that wisdom does not come from thinking, but from quieting down. You have been smart all your life. For the days remaining, please learn to be a happy fool. Now our journey of exploration is nearing its end. We welcome the most domineering number 8, which is also the number most concerned with karma. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 8, such as 1948, 1958, 1968, or 1978, or if the person in your family whose words carry the most weight was born in one of these years, please make sure they listen to this section. Hidden within this number are immense blessings, but also immense shackles. In both Eastern and Western fate philosophies, 8 is a symbol of great power. If you turn 8 sideways, it becomes the infinity symbol, representing infinite potential and the cycling wheel of karma. For those who carry this energetic mark, you are born climbers. Your bones are inscribed with ambition. Looking back on your life, have you never been content with mediocrity? In your youth, you desired success and standing out more than anyone else. You have a natural sensitivity to money and power, believing that only by holding tangible resources in your hands can you feel secure. In this life, the storms you have weathered are likely beyond what others could imagine in several lifetimes. You may have floated and sunk in the ocean of business, fought in the workplace, enjoyed the glory of the peak, or perhaps fallen to the bottom only to climb back up. You are a natural warrior, becoming braver with every setback, never believing in tears, only in strength. However, my dear friend, this obsession with control inherent in number 8 also constitutes the greatest cage of your life, which is the anxiety of being held hostage by materialism. Reflect on this. Do you feel you cannot stop? Even now that you are older and have enough money, you still dare not relax. You always worry that if you don't keep working hard, everything you have now will vanish. You have become a slave to your own success. In the eyes of outsiders, you are infinitely glorious, but in the silence of the night, you may feel an exhaustion and emptiness that penetrates your bones. You find that you have won the world, but seem to have lost your initial joy. In family relationships, you are often the absolute authority. You are used to expressing love through material things. You buy expensive things for your spouse and good things for your children, thinking this is being good to them. However, you may have neglected emotional communication. Your children feel more awe or even fear towards you. They dare to ask for money when they have difficulties, but they dare not speak to you about their feelings. Your powerful presence sometimes turns into a form of oppression, making family members afraid to breathe loudly in front of you. This kind of affection built on money is actually very fragile. Regarding physical health, number 8 corresponds to the liver and metabolic system. Because you have been in a high-pressure state for a long time, your internal fire is often high, making you prone to impatience and anger. Moreover, since 8 represents circulation, you need to pay special attention to blockages in your blood vessels. Your body is like a machine that has been running on overload for a long time. The parts are actually worn out severely. Therefore, for friends with the number 8, as you step into your later years, the advice from Buddhist wisdom is very profound. Cherish blessings and distribute wealth. This is the best way to dissolve the karma of number 8. First, learn to transform money into virtue. Money in hand is just digits. Only when spent to help others does it become merit. I suggest you do more good deeds in your later years, whether it is sponsoring a poor student or helping to build bridges and roads. This kind of giving will accumulate immense spiritual wealth for you and dissolve the hostility you accumulated in the struggle for fame and fortune in the first half of your life. Second, let go of the right to control. Stop trying to use money to control your children's lives. Do not think that just because you paid, your children must listen to you. Hand over the financial power or make arrangements early and then be an ordinary, kind, elderly person. When you stop measuring everything with money, you will find that your children's original, pure love will return. Third, regarding your mindset, cultivate contentment. Those who are content are always happy. You have possessed enough in this life. Stop staring at what you haven't gotten. Look more at the road beneath your feet. Look more at the flowers beside you. Bring back that heart that has been running in the field of fame and fortune and let it dwell in the present. This is the greatest completion of your life. Now our journey of exploring destiny finally arrives at the destination, the largest of all single digits, the number 9, filled with wisdom and compassion. Please pay attention. If the last digit of your birth year is 9, such as 1949, 1969, or 1979, or if that person around you who always likes to preach and has an incredibly soft heart was born in one of these years, please make sure they listen to this final section carefully, because this number represents the highest ladder of the soul. In ancient fate philosophy and Buddhist wisdom, 9 is a number of maximum yang and also a number of finality. As the saying goes, 9 returns to 1, representing the end and completion of a cycle. For those who carry this energetic mark, you are often called old souls in the crowd. Your psychological age has been older than your peers since childhood. Looking back on your life, do you feel you have lived an exceptionally tired life? But this tiredness was not for money, but for the heart. You are a thorough idealist. In your youth, your mind was full of thoughts on how to help others and how to make the world better. You cannot bear to see human suffering. Seeing a beggar on the roadside or tragic news on TV can bring you to tears. You have helped countless people in this life. You are loyal to friends and generous to relatives. You always burn yourself to warm others, sometimes even sacrificing your own interests to help others achieve theirs. However, my dear friend, this saint-like quality of number 9 has also brought you the greatest pain in life, which is disappointment in humanity and a deep sense of loneliness. Reflect on this. Have you helped many ungrateful people in this life? You poured your heart out to others, only to be bitten back. Because your moral standards are too high, you hold yourself to the standards of a gentleman and subconsciously measure others by the same standards. As a result, you find the world full of hypocrisy and calculation, which chills your heart deeply. You feel like an alien, out of place in this utilitarian world. You are clearly in a crowd, yet you feel there is no one around, no one who truly understands the nobility and pursuit in your spiritual world. In family relationships, you often play the role of a mentor or a judge. You are used to preaching to your children, used to educating them from the moral high ground. You think this is to guide them on the right path, but to your children you are too nagging, too rigid, and perhaps a bit out of touch with reality. You want spiritual resonance, but your family might just want a hot meal or a real hug. This mismatch of supply and demand makes you feel lonely even in your own home. Regarding physical health, number 9 corresponds to the brain and the overall immune system. Because 9 represents completion, your body absorbs negative energy very easily. If you are in a state of disappointment and depression for a long time, your immunity will drop quickly, and you will be prone to some chronic diseases with no clear cause or neurasthenia. Therefore, for friends with the number 9, as you step into your later years, the advice from Buddhist wisdom is very profound. Accept imperfection. This is the final step to completing your soul. First, learn to allow the world to be imperfect. Water that is too clear has no fish. A person who is too critical has no followers. You must understand that not everyone has your high level of understanding and state of mind. Forgive those who have hurt you, not for them, but to let yourself off the hook. When you no longer hold expectations for humanity, you will no longer be disappointed. Second, actively step down from the altar and be an ordinary person. Stop preaching to your children. They don't understand and don't like to listen. Try to enjoy those vulgar pleasures. Bargain at the vegetable market. Chat about gossip with neighbors. This smoke and fire of daily life is the medicine to cure your loneliness from being too high up. Third, regarding health, cultivate emptiness. Take some time every day to think of nothing. Put down those feelings of responsibility for the country and the world and those thoughts of saving all beings. You have carried too many spiritual burdens in this life. Now it is time to unload them. When your mind is free of hindrances, the self-healing ability in your body will naturally be awakened. Remember, you have completed your mission. For the days remaining, please live only for yourself and be a happy old immortal. Dear friends, we have now reached the end of our decoding of the life codes from 0 to 9. Thank you for accompanying me on this 40-minute journey of the soul. I believe this was not just a simple viewing, it was a deep conversation with your own spirit. After listening to these 10 numbers, you might ask, my number doesn't sound very good. Am I destined to suffer in this life? Or my number is great, can I just sit back and enjoy it? I want to leave you who are sitting before the screen with one final piece of supreme Buddhist wisdom. Destiny is written by the heavens, but luck is created by the self. The last digit of your birth year is indeed a card dealt to you by the universe. Whether this card is good or bad, you have already held it for more than half your life. But how you play this card, how you turn a bad hand into a winning one in the second half of your life, or how you make a good hand even more brilliant, depends entirely on your heart. Numbers are just tools, not shackles. If you are the hardworking number 4, starting today, try to put down the burden and look at the scenery. If you are the lonely number 1, try calling your children and saying, I miss you. The moment you begin to change your mindset, you have already broken free from the constraints of the numbers. You become the true master of your own destiny. Now, I have a small request. Please look at the share button below the screen. If you feel that today's content has given you a little more understanding of yourself and your family, please forward this video to your spouse, your children, or your best friends. Perhaps this single act of sharing can untie a knot that has been in their hearts for years, or bring warmth back to a home that has grown cold. This is an act of boundless merit. Finally, please leave your secret wish code in the comments section. You can write down the last digit of your birth year, plus a blessing. For example, I am number 8, I accept abundance, or I am number 6, I choose to let go. Let thousands of viewers like your comment, and let the energy of the universe gather upon you through these words. May every destined soul watching this video have someone to rely on in old age, find peace in their heart, and grow in both fortune and wisdom. I will see you in the next video.